2023 is here. We are already in the second day of January. Like two sides of a coin, some are optimistic of new adventures, innovations, and initiatives to conquer, while others are of the opinion that sound decisions would be the cross of stepping into a threshold of rest, so to speak. Over time, the concept of New Year resolutions have been a tradition many imbibe to steer their minds and will to making life-changing decisions. Now, the decision or resolve made in a new calendar year by an individual is taken to either continue good practices, change an undesired behavior, or to accomplish a personal goal. In a couple of weeks, Nigeria will be on the road to electing new leadership that will steer the affairs of the nation and states for the next 4 years. Now, as 2023 takes off in earnest, how necessary are New Year resolutions? Is it a standard practice or just lip service? Your guess is as good as mine. But that will be resolved once my guests are introduced. But first, let me say a Happy New Year to you all. This is Nigeria Today. I am your carrier, Clinton. Welcome to the program. Joining me to provide insights and clarity on New Year resolutions is Rita Bassi, President, Think Counseling Network and Human Development Expert. Good to have you with us on the first program of the year 2023.
Wow, thank you very much for having me.
And via Zoom is Jarvis Ijabo, online content creator and a counselor. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'll start with you, Mr. Jarvis. What is your view on New Year resolutions?
Okay, thank you very much. For me, New Year resolutions are very, very important. Very, very important. Every resolution is born out of what has happened previously. Something that happened. So what will be the necessary steps you need to take to make your year better? So for me, New Year resolutions are important and are best done at the beginning of the year. You take stock of what had happened, and based on that, look forward to what you need to do in the future.
And Rita,
Yeah.
how important is it to have a New Year resolution?
It's important, but I think the first thing is to have oneself first. When you really rediscover who you are, you can now know what exactly do you really want. Because I born into every January, people have New Year resolutions, but me inclusive, then how many was I able to accomplish at the end of the year? You know, so that's why I come to this place of you have to rediscover yourself first and answer the question of what do I really want, so they can just set a goal that can make you to stretch and work progressively in attending this goal. Yeah, not just gathering so many things, and at the end of the day you find out that you didn't even do any of them. No.
Is it really necessary to have a New Year resolution?
Yes, because it gives you a focus of what you want. What you want, good thing you want to do, and bad thing you want to do away with. Yeah.
Mr. Jarvis, do you really need a New Year resolution to become a better person?
Yes, you do. You do, because like I said earlier, what your New Year resolution tried to address is what had happened previously. Something happened. We talk about feedback. Your New Year resolution is a feedback based on what had happened before, whether positive or negatively. And remember that every New Year resolution serves the purpose of helping you improve on what you were previously. And remember that the challenges, you have challenges previously, and you're going to have challenges in the future. So how do you handle them? You can't handle new issues with old technology. So you need to upgrade.
Yeah, you talked about the new challenges, people looking back at what has been and try to make it better in the new year. But over the years, it's been like more of a lip service. You make a New Year resolution, you break them even before the year, the first month of the year ends. So I really don't get it. Why make it? Why you can when you can't keep them?
Okay, I think the challenge is we fail to understand what a resolution is. A resolution is a deliberate attempt. It's not an empty promise. You don't just wake up to a resolution. You must have carefully thought out what you want to do. So your resolution is dependent on what were the things that happened previously. One. Two, what are the things you need to change? So because if you don't look at this, people make resolutions, and sometimes the reason these resolutions fail is because you are lacking in one aspect I call discipline. You lack discipline, and you have failed to look at what are the things that have happened previously that is making me to make this resolution. So it's not a wake up, you just sleep and wake up thing. No, it has to be a deliberate, intentional effort from you.
Okay, Rita, do we really need to call it a new resolution? Do we need a peg? Must it be at the beginning of the year? Why not like some other time, like maybe as the year progresses, or as the month, as the challenges come, you try to, resolve on what to do right?
Yeah, anytime I'm talking about in the place of where I've been trained to be. It's not supposed to be like a yearly something. It has to do with who am I, what do I want? If you're really able to answer that question, so you can set your goal and keep working towards it. When I want to talk about resolution, or I call it goal setting, like a child that is born, a little child, baby, that you carry in your hand, that baby have a goal to walk one day. So you don't just give birth to this child and the child start walking. It's in your hand and it's feeding. Before you know it, that child will start crawling or sitting, crawling, and start holding something to, before you start walking. To me, that's how to set a goal. Because a goal setting is a progressive idea. You must answer that question, what do I want? Because if you don't answer that question, you just see every other person, oh, I want to lose weight, oh, I want to get a new job, I want to get married, I want to, you have so many wants. So, but what is that one want that every other thing can come inside? What is that one want that you can work towards it as you are working towards it, you are progressively achieving other things in between. But you have this major goal that will give you that satisfaction at the end of the day, that it mustn't be within 1 year. Of course, you have some day you can set daily goals, hourly goals, minute goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, then quarterly goals, and you should not just put so many things on the paper because you want to achieve them. At the end of the day, you get overwhelmed with a lot of things that you've just found that you started within 1 week. In fact, research said that so many people start a resolution within the first, second week of January. They have abandoned it. Why? Because they become overwhelmed. Okay, I want to reduce. We just said, okay, I'll be running 20 minutes. Why not start with, okay, let me start running 3 minutes. Little by little, you have a target of 20 minutes, right? So you get there. Than just jam-packing everything, at the end of the day, nothing is being achieved. So my colleagues spoke of being disciplined. Discipline is there. But much more is commitment. But that commitment can only come when you're able to discover yourself and answer the question, what do I really want?
Okay.
You understand? So,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Jarvis, he just mentioned, as a matter of fact, she called it goal setting, that you can do it monthly, hourly, minutes, even minutes and seconds. Now, some persons set their goals are dependent, or the resolution are dependent on what they see other people do, or what they see their peers, their peers do. So how dangerous can this be when you set your goal looking at someone else's goals?
Well, thank you once again. I'll take a line from one of Marvel's work on the movie Doctor Strange. The Ancient One asked Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, before he became Doctor Strange, a very strange question. Who are you? Who are you? So it's you were made unique by God. You are different. Just as we have people going in for engineering, going in for medicine, and having different career paths, so your path is also different. There's this particular slogan we have, that I cannot keep myself by myself. So you know your strengths, you know what you are capable of doing. You should not try to copy others, because at the end of the day, if you go by that, after 1 month you will abandon the goal. In fact, if you survive 1 month, it's a miracle. So you cannot. It can be very disastrous when you try to copy other person's pattern or goals. You must have a strong understanding of who are you and where are you going to.
But sometimes we have role models, or some persons who say, okay, they have their mentors, they want to be like their mentors. Is it out of place for you to, try to copy someone like that, somebody you look up to, like borrow some of their goals?
Okay, yes, it is. You can. A famous writer once said that no idea is new. What we have is recycling of ideas. So you can actually borrow ideas from them. But now let's get this clear. If I admire somebody, more often than not, it's possible that I see traces of myself in that person. So I want to model after what I see that person doing. But I got a better understanding of this lately. It's not about role modeling now. Not like about trying to be like somebody. It's about looking at who this person is and what can I take from him to better who I am. Because you are a better version than who you're trying to copy. Don't copy. Take ideas and be innovative.
Okay, Rita.
yeah.
Most times I ask myself this question: why is it so difficult to keep a resolution?
Okay.
I'm talking from my own personal experience. I'll tell myself, okay, this year I'm going to do this. Sometimes I will try, but at a point, it just gets somewhat difficult to keep. So why is it so difficult?
Yeah. Why is it so difficult? I'll still continue from, trying to really make this established. Thank God, this my colleague has said. Also join that. Who are you? Knowing your strength, your weakness, your SWOT. I call it SWOT. Your strengths, weakness, opportunities around you, and the threats. Okay? What are you good at? What can you do? But that can't really be answered so well if you don't unlearn some things. Why did I fail before? What's the thing I should do better this time around?
Okay.
People don't sit down to really make this analysis. I call it self-analysis, self-awareness analysis.
Okay,
to be able to come to that place where did I go wrong? What can I unlearn to relearn to become a better version of me? Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll take a break now and be back in a moment. Don't go away.
This is NTA News 24 broadcasting from Abuja. You can watch us anywhere, anytime on the following platforms.
Start Times Channel 101, Freak TV Channel 703, GSTV Channel 419, and Go TV Channel 46.
For more information, log on to our website www.nta.ng or join us on our social media handles, Facebook at NTA News 24.
For comments, suggestions and inquiries, send an email to news24@nta.gov.ng or call us on the following numbers.
NTA News 24,
news and more news.
Welcome back. It's still Nigeria Today, and we are discussing New Year resolution. And my guests are still with me, Jarvis Ijabo, an online content creator and counselor who joined us via Zoom. And here with me is Rita Bassey. She's the president, Think Counseling Network, and human development expert. Now, Jarvis, you know, how can one sustain a resolution? You know, we've talked about people, you know, following up to a particular extent and they no longer can keep up with it. So how can one sustain a resolution?
Okay. For want of time, I'll try to maybe itemize them. Number one, you must have a resolution. You must have one. Then you must be determined. But more importantly, Bible says that in the multitude of counselors there's safety. You must have somebody you're accountable to. I learned that recently too. You must have somebody you are accountable to. That's one way. So you must be determined. You must have a resolution. You must be determined. You must have somebody you are accountable to. And more importantly, please don't kill yourself by yourself. Be realistic. Be realistic about your goal. It will be foolish. I do content creation for mathematics. And there was a time I said I was going to be doing live classes every day. It didn't work. It wasn't realistic. You get it? So you must be realistic about your goal. It's about you. It's about you. So try as much as possible to keep your goals or your resolution. Make them realistic and go at your pace. I think that's one. Then don't downplay the importance of others around you who could provide counsel, who can provide good advice to you. I think that can also help.
Thank you very much. Jarvis has talked about one, having a resolution, second, being determined, third, being accountable, have someone you can be accountable to, and thirdly, he talked about being realistic. He also mentioned it earlier on. But now, I want to know, after you made a resolution, probably you're going and somehow you stop somewhere along the way. You know, sometimes psychologically, you're already feeling like a failure. How can one get back on track?
Yeah, you have to, there's what we call self-talking yourself. Mm-hmm. That self-talking yourself is helping you to actually remind you of who you are and what you want. Mm-hmm. What you want, what's the big picture? Mm-hmm. Where am I going? So you are walking progressively. Remember, I talk about being progressive. Mm-hmm. Don't just jump pack everything, you want to achieve it at the same time. Mm-hmm. Okay, for example, you want to lose some weight, some pounds of weight, all right? Mm-hmm. So how many can I lose per month?
Mm-hmm. That's being realistic now.
You are being realistic. Yeah. So you can now start progressively walking towards that. Okay. Not that you want to lose 20 pounds and you want to get it today. No. If not, what he just said, you get frustrated. you just get like, it can't be done. When you hear anybody talking about, oh, I just lost 20 pounds, said, they are liars. We don't know what it took that person to achieve that discipline. commitment, an ability to self-talk yourself. Self-talk yourself is like giving yourself internal energy. I can do it. It is possible. I can achieve it. I can achieve whatever I set my hand to do. Okay? And in goal setting, when we talk about goal setting, I'm so used to goal setting rather than New Year resolution, because to me, that's where you really find fulfillment, your passion, your goal, your dream at the end of the day. So in goal setting, we have A type of goal, B type of goal setting, and C type of goal setting. A type is ability to do those little things you cannot do per time. B type is the one, you add a little, you stretch a little. The C type is the bigger picture that will really make you to stretch. You just find that inner ability inside you that you can attain this thing if you can work towards it.
So you take it stage
by stage.
Okay.
So in that, you asked me a question why people fail.
Yeah.
If you get it stage by stage, you find out that you will not fail. Challenges will be there, but you always get yourself back. And mentorship is very important. You need a counselor, you need a mentor, because in the multitude of counselors, there is a way out. And, be accountable to. Very important.
Jarvis, you said earlier that you create contents online, and most of the netizens are mainly the youth. So how can resolutions spur people to greatness, with special attention to the youth now? Not just the youth though, I mean everybody, but I'm kind of paying more attention to the youth now. How can New Year resolutions spur one to greatness?
Okay. We must understand, to be able to help our youths in this dimension, we must understand the environment and the times we're in. We need to be able to appreciate how our youths appreciate counsel, maybe call it advice. I noticed that with youths, you really need to be very, very patient. You need to be very, very patient. Like my colleague has said, my co-speaker has said, in teaching them how to set goals, you must make them understand that these things cannot be achieved. We are in a time where people look at life as if it were a microwave. You put quickly and get result. No, there are certain things that take time to settle. So, one, you must be friendly with the youths. You have to be friendly. You really need to be friendly with them. And then be a model that they can copy. Be a model they can copy. They watch you. They observe you. He said, what you do thunders so much that I cannot hear what you're saying. So to be effective at helping in resolutions, you must be an example. Because your being an example will pull them closer to you. Areas they may be looking at, I do content creation. There may be other youths who may want to go in this direction. If I do it well and I'm able to go through the test, they watch me, and that's way they can improve. So it's not just much about the talking. It's more about the practical experience from your life that they can see.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jarvis. Thank you. It's not just about making a New Year resolution, but try as much as you can to keep them by being determined and committed. And that's it on Nigeria Today. We want to thank our guests for their insights. Via Zoom, we had Jarvis Ijabo, online content creator and counselor. Thank you very much for being with us. And here with me is Rita Bassi, President, Think Counseling Network, and a human development expert. Thank you for your time and contributions.
Thank you very much.
And to you, our viewer, thank you for keeping the dates on our program. Don't forget you can watch Nigeria Today weekdays at 7:30 p.m. on NTA News 24. You can also watch these and other episodes on www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. Once again, thank you for watching. I am your carrier, Clinton, saying bye-bye.